Welcome to the Connecting the Pieces Help video series. This video will cover L1 Service Verification Note completion for BSCs. We'll talk about how to properly fill out an L1 SVN, as well as how to use the checklist to proofread and edit all SVNs before submission to Connecting the Pieces. For contractors, payment will only be made for SVNs that are filled out completely and correctly. For employees, incorrectly completed forms reflect your employee performance. Let's talk about what an SVN or Service Verification Note is. L1 serves as the LEA, Local Education Agency, overseeing service delivery for special education early intervention services in Philadelphia. Partial service delivery is reimbursable to LEAs through the SBAP, School-Based Access Program, through federal funding. The state of Pennsylvania has form requirements through their provider for processing. The Service Verification Note, or SVN, is the form L1 is required to provide to the state. This is a legal document for which accurate completion is required for processing. Where do I find the correct form? Log on to the staff section of the Connecting the Pieces website and click on school-specific templates. Then select L1 Special Education for Early Development Success. On this page, you will see the service implementation link indicated below with a red arrow. Once you click on that link, look for the folder titled Service Verification Note Templates, noted here with the red arrow. After you open that folder, make sure to select the Behavior Support form. Print the form front and back onto one piece of paper. The form must be two-sided to be considered correct. Do not staple multiple forms together. Print the form just as it is. Do not modify the format. Typing information other than signatures is allowed. The form must be filled out with blue or black ink. Please note the header at the top of the page. Although this information is included elsewhere in the form, this header must be filled out completely to be considered correct. Please fill in each relevant blank. For behavior support forms, please do not fill in supervisor name. Please do not obtain a supervisor signature. Both supervisor name and supervisor signature must be left blank. In the area asking, is this for Comp Ed? Please select no. In the area asking, was this service grouped? Please select no. Do not forget to add the date of service as well as the service building. You must sign the form yourself in order for the form to be considered complete and correct. Electronic signatures are not accepted. In the next section, you can mark how the service was provided. Direct session but makeup session, provider absent, and student absent are the options you will use. As indicated with the red X, please do not use provider not available or student not available. In the section for non-MA billable services, please record your time in minutes, not hours, not units. Please make sure that you're recording your time in increments of 15 minutes. For the progress notes, please make sure to print clearly. Please make sure that the notes are detailed and related to the student's IEP. Once again, please make sure to fill your time in correctly. At the bottom of the front page, please note that you need to fill in the date for your next appointment. In addition, you need to obtain the signature from the parent, caregiver, or site supervisor. If you are absent or your student is absent, please obtain the signature at the next session. On the back side of the page, please notice the header. This must be filled in completely to be considered correct. Please do not fill time in on the back side of the page, as indicated with the red X. Your time must be filled in on the front side, as indicated in the previous slide. When is an SVN required? All IEP services should be recorded on an SVN. This includes student absence sessions, provider absence sessions, and school closed sessions, in addition to IEP meeting attendance. Progress notes for IEP meetings need to describe what was discussed at the meeting. Proofreading and correcting mistakes. Before sending the SVN to connecting the pieces, please take the time to proofread each section. Check that every relevant blank is filled in. Some common omissions or mistakes include the date of birth, not filled in or incorrect. The ID number needs to appear in each space indicated. The student's full name must be used. Nicknames are not allowed. The diagnosis must be filled in. You must use your full name. No nicknames are allowed. You must sign the document and you must obtain the signature from the parent, caregiver, or site supervisor, as electronic signatures are not accepted. Do not include a supervisor name. Do not include a supervisor's signature. These two spaces must be left blank. Make sure that you've checked no for Comp Ed and that you've checked no for group service. Make sure that your time is recorded on the front page in minutes. Make sure that you have not recorded time on the back page. Make sure that you have filled the header in on the front and back of the page completely. What if I find a mistake? If you find an error, draw one line through the incorrect information. Write the correct information if necessary, still using blue or black ink, and initial each correction. Please do not use whiteout or correction tape. Please do not scribble over an error. Please do not cross out an error with multiple lines. Once again, if you find an error, draw one line through the mistake, write the correct information if necessary, and initial each correction. Here is an example form. Please note that you will fill in the form with information unique to your student. In this form, the header has been filled in completely and each relevant blank has been filled in. However, as indicated with the red arrow, a supervisor name was filled in. This is incorrect for a behavior support form. One line was drawn through the error and the error was initialed. Please note that no was selected for is this for Comp Ed and no was selected for was this service grouped. Also note that the time was filled in non-MA billable services section in increments of 15 minutes. On the back side, please note that the header was once again filled in completely. However, time was recorded on the back page, and this is incorrect for a behavior support form. One long line was drawn through the error, and the error was initialed. A few helpful hints. When assigned an Elwyn student, prepare your template SVN for that student. You can type in the student's name, ID number, date of birth, and diagnosis. You can also type in your name, position, agency, email address, and phone number. Remember, signatures cannot be electronic. Always keep a copy of your SVNs for your own records or in case there are questions. Provide parent, caregiver, or site supervisor a copy if requested. Connecting the pieces can provide you with carbon paper if requested. If your case has a PCA or PCA ABA, review their notes before signing as their supervisor, ensuring their forms are correctly completed. In summary, make sure to use the correct form, fill the form out completely and correctly, and proofread each form. Correct any mistakes with a single line through the error and initial each correction. Contractors, payment will only be made for SVNs that are filled out completely with any mistakes corrected properly. SVN certification. Please take this short quiz to become SVN certified. At any time, if connecting the pieces receives SVNs with errors, you will be required to review this presentation and take another quiz to be recertified. Thank you for watching this Connecting the Pieces help video on Elwyn Service Verification Notes. Please check out our library of help videos on other topics. And don't forget to complete the Elwyn SVN certification quiz. The link will be provided in the description below.